All I hear is, damn, that's how you feel during Cancerian season, guys. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm eccentric RockStar'Seed, and I did not want to do this reading. I didn't care about doing a reading today, but I kept being intuitively nudged to do this reading. Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I feel like somebody is trying to spy on you. They're trying to get answers without asking directly or going to the direct source about you. Because when I flip these two cards over, you got the Seeker. The Seeker is the Fool's card. And what's clarifying that is the Ten of Pentacles. And the question that was plaguing in my mind is like, why you want to go with somebody new? That's how I heard it. Why you want to go with somebody new? And it's like, and that's what the answer was, the Seeker. I just want something fresh. I want something new. Or I just see dollar signs, but not by way of lining somebody's pocket, by way of further amplifying my pockets and that person's pockets. Like, you know how you make friends, y'all start making money together or do little projects together and y'all both come out on top kind of energy. So what I see with the Fool's card is the right time to ripen. Time to ripen. Is this all this person can think about is sex? Is what I heard. This is a very one-dimensional energy or one-dimensional mindset type of energy. Hold on, I'm not going to lean my elbows on the table because it's kind of leaning it a little bit. If you notice my setup is a little different, it's because my light bulb blew out. So I'm in a different space. In the same space, but a different space. If you dig what I'm saying. I gotta change my light bulbs, and I don't feel like doing it yet, but this has been plaguing me, so I don't know what's going to come out. Be very gentle with me. I'm called to tell you to be very gentle with me. So you got time to ripen. Answer the call, or well, in answer to most of life's questions, give it time. So that could be the advice to the person who is wondering why you want to go with somebody new. You dig? Time's making everything better if you observe its passing, period. Experience makes one wiser. So when I see that sentence itself, experience makes one wiser, it's like you're teaching somebody how to grow up, how to go for what's yours, go for the gusto. If you reflect on its lessons, period. What is it teaching you? What am I supposed to learn here? I don't understand why I don't have the type of control I know intuitively and emotionally I would have in this scenario. And aging cultivates a greater capacity for pleasure, comma, if you simply allow it to. Somebody needs to grow up, like I said. You're giving somebody the mental capacity to grow up. I don't want to take nothing from you. I don't want to smother you. I don't want to ask you for nothing. I don't want you to give me nothing. I just want to see you grow up and go take what's yours. Because once you grow up, you're going to go for the gusto in hindsight. You're going to have that drive. You're going to have that ambition. So what is not clear to me right now is the person you're looking at elsewhere, are they a reflection of everything this person isn't? Is it spite, conniving? I don't think so. I don't feel like it's a negative connotation to it, but it'd be hard for the person or persons involved not to feel that way if they found out I left somebody to be with you, or I left off of an experience to go seek new. Because you have the Seeker. I just want to learn something new. Now, naturally, when you're immature, you won't think, oh, you just want to get with somebody new. You just want to have sex with somebody different, kind of thing. Like a flower blooming or a peach ripening in the sun, there is so much beauty in how the unfolding of time marks you. You just need time to ripen. And what's clarifying the Ten of Pentacles is use your imagination. Use your imagination. I don't know what the moaning is for, but we'll get to that later. In any relationship or sensual experience, fantasy is not an escapism. It's a way to understand yourself and your longing on a deeper level, period. I told you in a previous reading, somebody has an imaginary relationship with you. You have an imaginary relationship with somebody else. Whoever the new person you're trying to make the new person, or you want to be the new person. First of all, this is somebody who knows their power. This is somebody who is well aware of their capacity. They have confidence. They have cockiness. Honestly, I feel like they're arrogant, but not by way of foolery. There's two types of arrogance. You have foolery and you have truth by way of arrogance. And this person by way of truth and arrogance by way of truth is saying, I deserve better. I'm going for better. This is the seeker going for the Ten of Pentacles. This is the fool's journey going to that Ten of Pentacles. It's like, this is my pursuit of happiness. Bold face, blunt truth. Wow. So what I'm getting from the energy of the seeker could be you during Cancerian season. And somebody else you left behind is wondering why you want to go with somebody else. You make me feel like I did something wrong, kind of thing. And it's like, it's not even you, it's me. Now, often when you hear it's not you, it's me, it's like, that's a game. It's like reverse psychology. It's like, it's not you, it's me, baby. I don't want to stand in your way, baby. You know, you hear the one-liners, them quick. That's somebody dumping you or just seeking pleasure elsewhere, where they're just not that into you, or they're just not into using you for what they need at the moment. So naturally, somebody feels like them not wanting you for pleasure at the moment is backfiring. But I object. I hear objection. As I'm saying that, I hear objection because they're like, I wanted you, but you said no. You said no during Cancerian season, or Cancer, whoever I'm talking to. Because the way I'm seeing this is your fantasy is to fully embrace the depth of your imagination and the treasures it stores. So you are manifesting what you feel like you deserve. So to see somebody at a higher velocity by way of manifestation is like, you're looking at somebody you want to match your ambition. So you're making sure you're at that level by manifesting a person, your dream person. You are evolving to that level so your algorithms can match. But that's an assumption. That's like a safe assumption. I feel like I should say that because you don't know what this person's algorithm is. You just know you're attracted to them. That's all you know. You don't know anything about this person. You may read the headlines. That gives you an idea of what this person may be experiencing. So if you're an intuitive person, it's like, okay, they're dealing with karmic cycles. This could be somebody's twin flame and don't know, and may realize on a conscious, practicing that unity consciousness, which is within yourself. You have to know that there is no me and you separation. There is me in you, just like there's me in me. Everybody else is just everybody else. So there's a karmic retribution, meaning a lesson to be learned. Or you're taking this journey. It's like, it's taking a lot of heart to take this journey away from everything that you love. You may love someone, but may not be in love with someone, is what I'm getting. I heard I ain't got time for this shit. So I'm writing notes down as I'm channeling these messages during Cancerian season. What is it with your energy, eccentric, that you don't want to do messages during Cancerian season? The thing of it is, I'm outdoors a lot. I'm in a place and space, and this is eccentric RockStar'Seed talking personally. It's like, I'm in a place and space where I just want to be outdoors. It's an exploration outdoors. So that could resonate with that Fool cards and that Ten of Pentacles. It's like, you being on your pursuit of happiness is bringing in your Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles don't just equate to money. It equates to happiness, mental health, emotional well-being, physical well-being, spiritual well-being, and other resources and networking that applies to this unique message. So let me get one card in my Spirit Junkie deck that classifies That further amplifies what I'm getting from the Seeker clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. So you got time to ripen. Somebody's got to grow up. And then use your imagination. You're manifesting. I just feel like you're wise enough to understand the Ten of Pentacles is you. The Seeker is somebody who needs to grow up. That's one message. The Ten of Pentacles is the pearls of wisdom you come to the table with, while the Seeker still needs to learn themselves by themselves, if that makes sense. And then you got use your imagination next to the Ten of Pentacles is like saying, I'm a strong manifester. I have the gift of strong, you have strong manifestation. I'm multifaceted. I know that about myself already. The Seeker has yet to learn that. And that's a major arcana, but a Ten of Pentacles is a completion because that's a 10. So that goes right into the Page of Pentacles. The next step will be embarking on a new journey. And that's what I feel like you're doing. So that would be a clarification why you don't want to do messages. As it resonates to me personally, and I'm not going to make the message all about me, but how it resonates to me personally is like, I have enough intuition for the whole world. I'm multifaceted like that as eccentric RockStar'Seed. Eccentric RockStar'Seed is a psychologist. That's somebody who likes to peel back the layers, who focuses on inner healing, inner peace, pursuit of happiness. I'm that type of person. And I'm bold-faced about it. I'm unapologetic about it. So there are going to be parts in the spiritual journey whereas you just want to fruition what you're feeling. You don't want to focus on the intuition itself. So I don't always want to sit down and do the reading at this point. I want to be outdoors, planting my feet in nature. If you get what I'm saying? And my favorite element to play with is fire. What do I mean when I say that? That's about passion. That's about business. That's about gusto. That's about pursuit of happiness. That's about wearing your heart on your sleeve. Like, I don't care what fire sign you resonate with. They're all basically that way in some way, to some velocity or another. They're youthful in spirit. They're passionate. They are loyal, despite what a lot of readers try to, when they see the wands, they say, oh, they're hot in the ass. An earth sign can be hot in the ass because that's just like tangible sex. I don't love this person, but I enjoy fucking on them. You dig what I'm saying? And a cup is emotions. I'm in love with this person, so I don't mind having frivolous sex with that person. You dig what I'm saying? You see what I'm going with? That's like an air sign is like the game master, checkmate, bitch. You dig what I'm saying? Communication. The air signs is the mentalist. Like an earth sign is a mentalist. That's where they connect. They could be a little stoic if not careful when you combine an earth and an air sign together, or somebody who has those two placements prominently in their chart. They take themselves very serious and they are strong mentalists. They have mean backspins, is how I like to say it. I'll get my dick wet, I'll get my ass wet, but I want to get back to what I'm doing. So anybody can embody just having frivolous sex. It's not just a fire element, a wand, a youthful spirit. It's not just naivety. It's more about passion. It's more about spiritual connection. It's more about that instinct, that lioness, that proud, that cat's meow. You get what I'm saying? Let's keep going. I had to explain that. Like, you don't want to just put somebody in a box because they're air sign or earth sign or cup or a water sign or a fire sign. Like, there's 4 elements to be had, and if you're fortunate enough in this life to know your power, you embody all 4 of those elements and you use them responsibly. That makes you an empress or an emperor. And that depends if you're predominantly feminine or predominantly masculine, but you still have to use both to have balance. All right. You don't have to be a Cancer to resonate with this reading. This is happening during Cancerian season, or you can have a Cancer placement. Some people descend. Okay, what's that? I can forgive people quickly, release my resentment, and set myself free. So that sums up these 4 cards I just explained about pursuit of happiness. So this is you during Cancerian season ripening your declaration of independence and your freedom by way of, you see how that aura is oozing off that bird? That could be an air sign, because that's a bird. That's a messenger. That's a communicator. And you see the aura? And you're using your imagination. So you're a strong manifest. Somebody's a strong mentalist. Somebody's a magician. Not in the reverse. That's trickery and manipulation. In the upright, that's multifaceted, talented. I know how to use what I got to get what I want, and not by way of promiscuity. It's not that. It's not nothing that derogatory in the book. Hold on, babies. Okay, I'm back. Now, I heard I want to reach Michael. So somebody ghosted. And you know, in the scene of Godfather, you know how I feel about Godfather. I love Godfather. Fuck, don't like it. I just love Godfather because you get so much from that storyline. It's not just about organized crime. That's the surface level shit. They teach you family orientation. They teach you loyalty. They teach you passion. They teach you business. They teach you ethics and code of conduct and how to conduct yourself in business as well as in family. Don't think because I'm your family, you can be disloyal to me and still be covered from the back end because we're bloodline related. This thing of loyalty is more important than this thing of ours. This thing of ours is a business thing. Like the father in Godfather 1 had two best friends. He primarily stuck with every day, even though he did business with everybody, just about everybody. So let's further amplify. I can forgive others quickly, release my resentment, and set myself free. So you let somebody go so they can grow up, so they can catch up with you. Whether they catch up with you or not, you let somebody go so they can have the mental capacity. You're showing them, I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. I hear that. But because this person, I feel like somebody knows abuse better than they know unconditional love. But what you don't understand is that they know true love in you. They know unconditional love through you. Whether you want to respect that or not is a different scenario. It's a horse of another color. So let's talk about it. Let's see. My psychology. These are my psychology cards. That helps me peel back the layers. People don't understand. It's like how you religious and you do tarot. Well, what's tarot to you? Because these are illustration cards that just so happen to be put in the box of the tarot section. So I can create an illustration deck and they're going to put it in a deck of oracle and tarot cards because that's the only section. That's the simplistic way or the conformant way of saying this is what this person is doing. Meanwhile, you can go in a therapist's office and see this weird ass painting they have in their office on purpose and have 10 different people read it and pull 10 different things because it's designed to peel back the layers of what you need to learn about yourself to heal and grow. Hence, I can forgive people quickly, release my resentment, and set myself free. So nobody's going to put eccentric RockStar'Seed in. Obviously, with the name, you're obviously not boxed in by anybody. Regardless of who's looking at this channel. You see what I'm saying? What makes your heart beat faster? Is the first part. Believe the signals your heart sends you. When you learn to listen to your heart, you'll begin to follow it. And then we are offered advice from all different directions. If you can pause this to read it, you can do that. I don't mind. We are offered advice from all different directions on how to best live our lives. The best way for you is the way you choose for yourself again and again every morning. So I'm not going to hold a grudge against you because you're not ready. I'm ready. So who I got my sights set on, I don't know if they're ready. I know I'm ready. And I know that I can forgive people quickly, release my resentment, and set myself free because of how multifaceted I am. Through my own creative endeavors, I know how to make something out of nothing. I hear Carnival Kanye West where he said, "I'm a new Jesus, bitch. I turn water to Chris." This man created something out of nothing. You dig? Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So let's further amplify about what's making your heart, like, you're going after what's making your heart beat faster. You're going after what you believe to be true in your heart that'll be successful. That really starts with you and ends with somebody more on your velocity at the moment. If I'm bold faced saying it for what it feels like, you are you're acting on a healthy self-esteem, something that can't nobody take from you. But people can definitely feed off of it. People have definitely fed off of it in the past. And you're setting boundaries because you don't want to resent nobody who didn't reciprocate that same healthy self-esteem for you. So it's like, where are my real friends when I need them? So what about the advice from all different directions? At the end of the day, people can talk to their blue in the face. You got to do what's best for you. 21:21 on the clock when I said that. Okay? Shuffle for Cancers or Cancer or people during Cancerian season. You got to understand, y'all. It's not that I don't love what I do. You got the Herald in reverse, small regrets and longing. And what's clarifying that is the masquerade, hiding your true self and projection. Okay. The way I pop my shit, the hoe's not ready. I'm going barnacles. I think that's what he said. Why you keep referencing Kanye West and Playboy Cardi and Ty Dolla $ign? Because what they said holds to be true in real life. The Herald is in reverse. So when you read it in reverse, it's like spite is a powerful motivator. Let's stop right there with that sentence. It's like, you may not have done nothing. You may not have meant no harm. And I may not be offended all in the same breath. But when I say I'm seeking what I know to be true, what I deserve and what I know to be true, that's what I'm doing. Wet ass and all. You dig? I'm not waiting for you. I'm going to allow you the mental capacity to grow into who you know you need to learn yourself by yourself. In a moment when your motivation may be flagging, think of those who doubted you. That was all projection at the end of the day. How you doubting somebody and you not sure yourself? You feel me? And use the satisfaction of proving them wrong to get you where you need to go. You see what I'm saying? Who you're going to be married to is not who you love right now. You're going to be in, like, a woman can love two men. Think about the scene where Will Smith produced this movie where there are two assassins and they're fighting over the girl. The girl is Reese Witherspoon. What the hell is the name of that movie? I can't remember the name of the movie right now, but they were competing over this girl, and Chelsea Handler was her friend who was giving her advice, and she had to sit down and ask her. She was like, is it possible to love two men? And she was like, love, yes. In love, no. You don't want to go with the hotter person, the better person. You want to go with the person who makes you a better you. She said, my husband is fat and ridiculous, but he's my fat and ridiculous. He makes me a better person at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying? So on that basis, it's like, once you get there, don't forget to release those feelings again. It's like you're channeling spite to propel you forward instead of just sitting in negative energy until it turns you and manifests into something worse. It's not like that with you. You are multifaceted. I keep hearing multifaceted with you. So you could love somebody and know that somebody loved you and they did not act on it and you feel some type of way. You kind of feel some type of way. But to further amplify the herald in reverse, the masquerade is on the upright. When you read it in the upright, it's like we all wear different masks to appease the people around us. And I object. There's a big objection here. It's like I'm not going to be anything outside of myself to get to where I need to be. All this progression, forgiving people quickly and releasing my resentment to move forward is based off my pursuit of happiness and authenticity. But at work, with friends, in front of family, each mask is a part of ourself we think is appropriate in the moment. Now that's deep, because if you're anything like me, you value family. And it may take you a long time to separate from a family orientation, whether by blood or marriage, to go pursue your own happiness. That's a big message here. Each mask is the part of ourself we think is appropriate in the moment, but by being so concerned about others' opinions, you can lose sight of your true self. And I think you're knocking that out the park. It's like, I don't give a fuck what anybody think. I'm going to pursue my own happiness. So I'll give you an example. If you think, say you got a favorite rapper, and everybody laughs when you hear a rapper. They for everybody. They for the streets. They fuck everything that moves. But if you see something in a particular rapper and you manifest that particular rapper and you get that motherfucker and you see a different side of that motherfucker, because people have a whole different authenticity outside of what their image is to sell music, to make money. And you get to see behind the scenes type of stuff, the intimate parts of that person, that unique person. And you're like, and people look at you like, you go with a rapper. Aren't you fearing that he cheats on you? Aren't you why you want to marry that person? Because it's like, this motherfucker could be so like enamored and in love with you because of your authenticity, because that's what got you there in the first place, is you being true to yourself in your pursuit of your own happiness, right? And then you go with this rapper, just hypothetically speaking, and you go with this rapper and they're like, why you with him or why you with her? She's for everybody, he's for everybody, and you know this motherfucker to be intimate. This motherfucker like to cuddle with you. This motherfucker drink hot chocolate with you. This motherfucker, you read books to this motherfucker. This motherfucker read books to you. This motherfucker make music on account of you, but it sounds like ethnic slurs to the public. Yeah, this bitch taught me y'all, da 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 da. You dig? You know, they flowing with it and everybody's bopping to it. It's a bop in a club. But behind the scenes, you know them to be so sensitive, so emotionally intelligent, so hyper intelligent that they didn't go to Harvard, but they're very smart. They're people who, when I get married, I know my mom would be proud if I go to college. She always wanted that for me, but I chose to go to music because it's fast money. It's like being a stripper, but you're being a rapper. It's fast money. You know, I say a couple things like, yeah, she sucked my dick. Bam, yeah. Hey, you dig what I'm saying? And everybody goes with the shit. And next thing you know, you done sold 100 million records. You sold your first 1 million records. Then it goes to 10. Then it goes to 100. You dig what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole progress. And this is a person who's wise enough to know it's like, I don't want to be enthralled or entangled into the devil's plan of being stuck and enslaved in what I'm doing, because I know better. See, now I got somebody by me that's a garment for me, like I could be a garment for them. And they're a backbone for me, like I'm a backbone for them. But they understand the assignment. They know I'm going to sell music to better take care of my family. You understand what I'm saying? That's that kind of thing. That's what it feels like. Stop changing to fit public expectations. It's time to work out who you are and what you want life to be. This gives me the example of, if you ever saw the movie Beyond the Lights, that girl was like caged. Like, she was living, her mother was living her dream of success through her daughter. So she wasn't like selling her daughters for JJ, but she was pimping her daughter out for success by way of, you gotta eat a certain way. You gotta have certain etiquettes, to be successful. You can't afford to make mistakes. She actually said to her daughter, you can't afford to be stupid. She wasn't listening to her daughter and what her daughter needed. So her daughter rebelled against her and just went on her own way. But she knows music. She knows success. So that's what she was doing for a living at the end of the day. And she found a man that she fell in love with, and they fell out at one point, but she went and got him back. Or he went back to her, something like that. And somebody was like, by this point, she's separated from her mother. And they was like, do you want me to tell your mother anything? She was like, tell her I'm scared. Because that's who she know. Her mother was a single parent. The father was nowhere to be found, but her mother had resentments. And one of these cards talk about resentments. Small regrets, longing, hiding your true self, projection, faking it till you make it. It's sad at the end of the day, but you could meet somebody who feel like they could be themselves with you, and they're going to be themselves with you because it's your natural authenticity. You are empathic and compassionate. You forgive people quickly. So you are setting an example for somebody else to tap into their real inner star player, not what the public needs to hear to buy a record. Is this about that rock star we're talking about? Eccentric RockStar'Seed? Maybe. But you're not going to be changing to fit the public expectations. It's time to work out who you are and what you want life to be. Who is your genuine self? Let yourself be vulnerable and show the others the real you. So it's like, once she partnered up with that man in that movie Beyond the Lights, it's like she started being more of her authentic self. I want to eat fried chicken. Like, it was a scene in there where her mother took the potatoes off her breakfast plate because she only wanted her to eat the egg whites and the fruit to keep her body figure right, because it's pressure. Being an entertainer, you want to be in shape. You got to look a certain way. You got to be a certain way. Like, it's a lot of pressure. Shuffle for Cancer. Maybe you're stepping into show business, and that's where you're going to meet your person at, and y'all going to be emotionally compatible, as they say. You got everybody pulling at you, telling you what's right and what's wrong, and it's like, to get to my 10 of Pentacles, I didn't feel like I had 10 Pentacles for what 10 Pentacles represent until I met this person. That part. Okay, this one is a fly out. Automates. Passive income. Develop ways to add passive income streams to your business so you don't have to work so hard. Earn some income while you sleep. And that's the end goal at the end of the day. It's like, I just want to make money in my sleep. So if I had to sacrifice somebody I love to do it, so be it. And then you got train on the bottom. Exercise daily to keep your body, spirit strong, healthy, and full of the energy you need to build your business. I feel like somebody resents the fact that they have to be everywhere at once. So working out would be a distressor. And I also feel like that's mastering your craft too. So if I'm gonna look at this moon cycle to see what else. When is this likely to happen? So what I'm getting from you during Cancerian season is that you stepped into the limelight and you're well received, and you're trying to figure out, you're pondering and reflecting ways of what's going to keep me stable and grounded while I do this to earn my 10 Pentacles. Not just for myself, it's for it's not instant gratification, it's for my family too. You're stepping out of your comfort zone, your north node. So this is the next step to facing your north node. And then what's clarifying that is look, I'm not surprised that I see a look at the bigger picture. Sagittarius, full moon in Sagittarius. It doesn't mean you have to wait for that moon cycle to be in Sagittarius. It could happen for like that for some people, but when you think of the Sagittarius energy, you think of the wounded healer. I think of the yin-yang energy. I think of the balance of masculine and feminine energy. I also think of the philosophical. I don't think of stereotype. I think of somebody who's on a spiritual journey, obviously facing your north node and looking at the bigger picture. To look at the bigger picture means I have to face my north node. I have to see the bigger picture. Let me further amplify that. Let me channel for a second. What and all of who, what, when, where, and why do I have to sacrifice to be happy? You can know somebody is your person, but they're not ready for you. So you have to leave off of them. That's one. You could be at a job that you know is secure and you bringing in 6 to 7K a month, hypothetically speaking, because that was me as a nurse. And you left off of it in pursuit of happiness. People probably thought you was crazy because it's like you going from that to ground zero to build something back up. That's number two. Leaving off of your family. And I think that's more resonates, honestly, and balance. It's a combination of whether you're married or by blood. You left off of everything in pursuit of happiness, in pursuit of progress, because they were not ready to be accountable for what they might have crossed the line about or hurt you about through the process. And this is your spiritual journey. It's like, I got to leave them be. They can't come with me. They don't qualify to come with me because they're not ready to be accountable for where they're not ready to learn where they still need to grow. You're not in the mood to learn what you think you already know. At your best. You might be loved, but I don't respect you. That's boldface. So I left in pursuit of happiness. Channeling. Okay, let's keep going. And there's no apologies because I don't have hurt feelings. I don't have arrogance by way of foolery. I took everything you taught me. I took away the toxic part of it and look at the message of what you're trying to teach me. And I applied it. And guess what? I opened the door for you to come through it too. It's up to you. It's your free will to come through it or not. But just know that I made history. I opened that door. That's what I should name this reading. I made history. And not by way of arrogance and foolery. Like people see arrogance as like, that's a downer. No, it's also truth. God is arrogant. Because he tells the truth, he doesn't defend lies. So that's what I mean when I say arrogant by way of truth. I just feel like you're a person who's not scared. Wow. Muse of tragedy wanted to fly out. People laughed at your pain. I liked you better when I saw you struggling to make everything be right. Make ends meet. And that's a broad interpretation. So you could be trying to make amends with your family. They mocked at it. You could be trying to make amends when you tried to make amends with your spouse. They mocked at it. They took it for granted. Like, I'm your parent. I'm your mother. I'm your father. I'm your husband. I'm your wife. I'm obligated. You owe me this. And you showed them different. What's on the bottom? Femme savage. Female savage. I guess you fucked around and found out, didn't you? Go watch that Gemini reading. I guess they fucked around and found out. Shoulder shrug. Laughing. You laughing about the situation now because it's like, I did the work. I'm entitled to this. But where the protection, the G14 classified seal of protection comes in while you're doing that work and you're protected from the riffraff while you enjoy your success. The reason why there's a G14 seal classified seal on it, nobody could tamper with you. That's what I mean when I say that. Nobody could tamper with you. I'll give you, what is G14 classified? When you serve the military, say you served a war and you die in a war, their only accountability is to bring back a body, a human body. A head, 2 arms, a body, 2 legs, 2 feet. It don't have to be your limbs. As long as it's a full human being and it's a seal on it, that G14 classified seal. So your parents and your family can honor you and have a proper burial for you. They can honor you. But you've made history in a way where you served your country, so you get the honor and the respect of dying in a war. You served the country, so you get that respect. Your parents may never be able to identify your body, but they know that there's a body in that seal, that bag, with that G14 classified seal on it. So what I take from that is you have protection as you are being honored and you're able to enjoy your success. People may not be able to identify you because they know you to be wounded, the wounded person. You went from the wounded person to the wounded healer. Or your woundedness turns you into somebody who is a leader, somebody who takes accountability. That seeker and that 10 of Pentacles. That's somebody who opened the door for every other broken spirit. Like the spirit of the slave master. You got people that look like you but embody that spirit of the slave master. Not the spirit of the ancestor. You are the spirit of the ancestor. You opened the door. And it's up to everybody who is avoiding accountability. It's like, I don't want to admit that I did you wrong. I never wanted to admit that I did you wrong because that means I have to face my fuck-ups. But you opened that door anyway, and you left it open. You didn't shut the door in their face. You left it open for them to come through, as it is their free will to do so they can get their 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is health, wealth. There's all kinds of different things that makes for a stronger person. And that femme savage is you, that muse of tragedy, that laughed in the face of your pain. And you are the whole savage that saved them from poverty. And poverty is a broad interpretation. It's like you don't have the mentality of thinking I should benefit from the food stamps and the government, the Democratic Party's way of keeping people entrapped. So they have a cap off on their success because we want to keep. We want to give them. We want to give them enough, but not too much, to keep them enslaved. That is the Democratic Party's argument. If you look at history, that is what their argument is. Where the Republican Party is like, we want to free the slaves. You dig? You just go deep, eccentric, don't you? Yeah, I do. It's for certain people to hear this, and that's it. I don't care if it don't get 10,000 views. I care that people get the message. You understand what I'm saying? I did not want to do this reading because I just want to live vicariously in what I'm doing personally. All right, shuffle. Further amplify. It's not that I don't care. It's not that I'm abandoning leadership duties. It's not that. It's just living life. You're happy. You're just happy. Okay, this one, look, solar feminine. This always, she looks like Solange to me. Beyonce's sister. Somebody who don't take no shit. Somebody who's strong in intuition and will fight. I don't know why that was left behind, but we're going to put that right there with the female savage. I feel like this whole experience turned you, a plethora of things inspired you to be that female savage. That soul is that feminine energy. Okay, shuffle for her. Cancerian season. I keep seeing that union card. So you could be walking, you being like this is going, you're going to walk right into somebody who's just like you, a male replica. I see a male replica. I also see a King of Wands. So that's somebody who's passionate, loyal, business oriented. You know, they're just like you. See, King of Wands is like Leo energy. Leo energy is playfulness. You dig? So that's playful energy. Clarify about what? Celebration. That's the type of energy, that's what type of time you want right now. It's like, I don't have time to pour and worry about who didn't do something right. It's my time to shine. It's my chance for happiness too. And you're doing it. And you're doing it well. You're doing yourself and you're doing yourself well. You see how in the playful card she has a butterfly, that's transformation. And I said that earlier in the reading. I do feel like you're in some type of transformative energy. Even the celebration has butterflies. So all infantry, you made it. You graduated. You graduated in multifaceted. So you graduated in more ways than one. Emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, tangibly. Anything you bring into fruition is a success because you graduated from something. And on the bottom is shadow self. That's what you did. It hurts to do that shit, but you did. I like how, look, I just peep game with I had my entrepreneurial deck right side up and mastermind. Join a community of entrepreneurs who can give you the love, support, and feedback you need to achieve your dreams. That's probably what it means to meet that counterpart. You just making friends and networking and working with other entrepreneurs, and you end up falling in love with somebody, or somebody end up falling in love with you. But because they have that ability to do that, is because you forgave. You are able to forgive, and they can relate to that. They can respect that. I heard they can respect that. Okay, here goes some tarot cards for you if you want to. Okay, what about this person? Let's talk about, we're going to use the tarot cards for this person. It's like, you had us watch this shit for 47 fucking minutes. Yes, because I have something to say. I'm hyper intelligent. I can say a lot. You dig? Look at the big picture. Step out of your comfort zone. You are facing your North Node. It's a lot waiting for you at the end of that rainbow. What I feel like is you're not waiting for it. You're already experiencing it because you're on the other side of that rainbow. You're on the other side of doing that shadow work. You earned it. You don't come from that. No, there's nobody you know that could relate to that. You being on the other side of that rainbow, except you going into your soul tribe, that 10 of Pentacles, that secret, that Fool's card, and that 10 of Pentacles. That's the people you're about to meet. They understand that because they did the same thing to some velocity. And now, we about to shuffle Join Cancerian season. Let's see what we learn through a different type of illustration deck, the tarot deck. Dun dun dun. No witchcraft. No witchcraft on this channel. Okay, this one is a flip over. The Four of Swords, the Justice, the Tree, and the Page of Wands. It's like whatever you have to offer seduces people. That multifaceted energy. It's like the snake, but not by way of what their nature is. They're reptilian. They're logical creatures. So you know how to serenade people, because you got the Four of Swords here too, and the Justice is like Libra energy. So that's air signs. That's reptilian energy. They are not emotional creatures on the forefront. They are more logical. But what's logical is to pursue your passion, pursue your happiness with this Page of Wands. This Four of Swords is in retreat. I had to fall back from everybody I loved because they didn't know how to love me back. Somebody could relate to that. Yep. And that Seven of Cups is in reverse. That's what's clarifying all these three cards. The Seven of Cups in the upright is like illusion, daydreaming. It's like this person fell in love with potential. You fell in love with potential. A potential is like a almost doesn't count. Remember Brandy's song? Almost doesn't count. Almost made you love me. You dig? Like her whole, listen to that whole song. I'm going to copy that song to this video when I upload this video. Almost doesn't count. I fell in love with your potential. It wasn't enough. I took a pursuit of happiness elsewhere. Oh, yes. And when I split the deck, the Judgment and the Nine of Cups, I'm going to pursue, I have to cover her for JJ. I'm going to pursue my happiness. I'm going to. This climax, this next climax is going to be like, it's beyond anything you've ever seen. Trust me. If you didn't understand me before, you know me now. I feel like the justice is marriage too. That's legalities. That's like NDA disclosures, PDA, prenuptial agreements. It's like, yeah, there's love and then there's business. So you encouraging this person to have the right legal contracts in place before we get to know each other. With the Page of Wands, it's like, I'm into you. I'm into what you have to say. Like you captivated my attention. You pulling me out of retreat. You pulling me out of this illusion. Like I want to hear what you have to say. So you're telling them before you even start, have your contractual agreements ready so I can sign them. So when you get to know me, as you get to know me, you love the person. You understand that I'm not there for what you can do. You dig? I want you to love me for who I am, not for what I am. And that goes both ways because you're both something to look at. You're both something to look up to because you're both in the public's eye in some way or another. Yeah. You're Cancer, or this is happening during Cancerian season. You are preparing for this endeavor. You let the illusion go. I don't want nobody haunting my energy, stalking my energy, masturbating to my energy, trying to create tantric sex, trying to create results via tantric sex. It is annoying because you're not man enough or woman enough to be here. You are a coward. You open me up to love and you have no intention on ever loving me. You have to leave. You have to get the fuck out. I'm facing my north node. I'm playful. I'm celebrating. I'm celebratory energy. Okay? You not about to dick ride that energy? Okay. What was that? Nine of Pentacles. I'm single. I'm single and ready to mingle. I don't think they was ready for that because you see her all big and tall. You see the man in the corner somewhere, like right down there at the bottom. You see, it's like you don't got too big time for me. I gotta shrink you down a size, I think. You better grow a dick. What you can do is pull your skirt back down and grow a set. Because if you was half the man I'm shooting for, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Woo! Eccentric. Yeah, you can let it out on this channel. Eccentric will let it out for you. You're a petty ass. Why are you so upset? I'm not upset. I'm being blunt-faced truth. This is direct and concise. There is no in between. There's no if. If she does, if she doesn't, if he does, if he doesn't, you're going to hear it bold-faced, blunt-faced to your face. Like, I'm going to look you dead through your eyes. I'm going to look you dead through your ancestors and say what I want to say and how I want to say it and how I feel like saying it. What else? What's the Nine of Pentacles? Tower. Oh, shit. That's the rude awakening. That's where this aggressive energy is like, it's not even the fact that I'm being aggressive. I'm just being direct and concise. I'm being blunt-faced. What's clarifying the Tower? The Four of Wands. There's somebody more wealthy, worthy of benefiting from this vitamin water. Yeah, I like how you said that. Because on that Four of Wands, he is eating the punani. Okay, that's vitamin water right there. There's somebody more deserving to have direct access without sharing germs, and we don't eat off each other's plate. That's one man's JJ, okay? So there's no exes creeping in from the background talking about this and that and this, and you don't even qualify to be here because you too fucking scary. I'm the cat's meow. There's a person qualified that's wealthier because by the time I get to him, I'll be wealthier, so we'll match. And it's not about taking his manhood. It's about the fact that you could already come with a family already, and there's justice that you find. The only thing that's missing is a wife or a husband. That's the only thing that's missing from your family dynamic, and they can have the same scenario. I got a family too. I just don't have a spouse. I don't have a garment to protect me like I would protect. I don't have loyalty. And there you go. You got the justice and the Four of Wands here, and there's a tower. It's like, where have you been all my life? Been playing with these bitches, been not trying to play with these men, and that's that. Is there anything we need to close this out? Nope, I guess not, because there ain't nothing flying out. Let's shuffle. Hold on. No, I think you said it all, eccentric. The mirror. Yeah, you are definitely somebody's mirror. Look in the fucking mirror. You know what I see with that card? It's like somebody thinks that you artificial and you as real as they come. With the mirror, you point out somebody's flaws without trying to, and they go to fool again. So we're going back to the beginning. The Fool was clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. The Fool is now clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is tied to your Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles. Okay. That's the same message. It's coming full circle. You had to sacrifice this loved one who think you got too big time for them. You had to sacrifice them, and that was the final lesson, and you graduated. I kept saying you graduated. The Four of Wands is graduation. Celebration. You got playfulness and celebration here a couple times. You are the female savage. You are the feminine solace. You are heightened intuition. You are somebody who does their shadow work. You are somebody who you are the gift of discernment for people. You get to rest. You are the light at the end of the tunnel. It's not that you reach the light at the end of the tunnel. You are the light at the end of the tunnel. You are, because you are always the light. You face your north node. You see the big picture. No matter what the advice you received, you chose yourself over and over and over again. And there were many times where you got crucified for it, but you still chose yourself. You didn't give up. Where your ass was at when something, right? The reason I'm here today is because I never gave up. That's what Future said. And where your ass was at. Where you at? You went with what makes your heart beat faster. It's like you couldn't deny it. That Page of Wands is like embarking on a different journey too. It's like I'm going to passionately seduce what makes me happy. I'm going to hyper fixate on it and seduce it and masturbate to it until I get what I want. And that Four of Swords is like, I'm going to retreat, call a truce. You win, you right. I don't want to stand in your way. That's everybody you left behind, whether it be by blood or marriage or friendship. I heard even your spiritual group. So if you're religious or not, whoever that tribe is for you, you left all of that behind. It's just me and God. That was a test. The Tower is here. The Four of Wands is like, all that shit had to be shaken down for you to build the right solid type of foundation. The more solid foundation is these wands. Is like is based off my pursuit of happiness. My life today is based off my pursuit of happiness. And that's game. That's checkmate, bitch. That is the game master. That's sword energy. That's the Four of Swords. That's you falling back. That's retreating. The illusion is over. You cannot pull the wool over my eyes. What that really means is you are abusing my loyalty that I have in this scenario, whether by blood or marriage. I'm not going to let you do that again. You failed. You dropped the ball. Because at the end of the day, I can definitely forgive people quickly, release my resentment, and set myself free. So you can start your karmic cycle, your karmic retribution, and what you thought was an Einstein idea to get on top of me. You played a God in my life, and I serve a God. You dig what I'm saying? And the results are showing that. You're paying for it. I'm successful. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Until next time.